The bell above the door chimed softly as Mara stepped into the coffee shop, shaking the rain from her coat. It was the kind of place that always smelled like nutmeg and old paperbacks. Warm, quiet, vaguely out of time. A few people were scattered around at small tables, headphones on, eyes cast downward. A jazz record played low from the corner. She stepped up to the counter. The barista, a tall man with a neatly trimmed beard and eyes a little too calm, smiled at her. "Just a black coffee," Mara said, brushing a strand of damp hair from her cheek. "Sure," he said, turning away to pour. Mara glanced around the shop. No clock on the walls, no phones out, no laptop screens showing a corner time. Odd. She felt the smallest prickle of unease. When the barista returned, placing the cup gently on the counter, she hesitated before speaking. "Hey, what time is it?" He blinked, the smile freezing just a little. "Sorry?" "The time. What time is it?" He looked at her for a beat too long. I don't know. My watch stopped." She gave a small laugh, unsure why her throat felt tight. "Right. Okay." She walked over to a table, sat down, sipped, bitter, burnt. She looked to the woman seated a few feet away, typing slowly on a typewriter of all things. "Excuse me," Mara said. "Do you know what time it is?" The woman's fingers stopped mid-keystroke. She turned her head slowly. "Why would you ask that?" she said. "I just wanted to know the time," Mara replied, trying to keep her voice light. "You shouldn't ask that." Mara stared. "What?" The woman stood suddenly, the chair scraping violently against the wood floor. Her eyes were wide. "Don't ask that again." Mara's heart pounded. "Why? What's going on?" But the woman was already walking. No, hurrying toward the back, disappearing through a beaded curtain. Mara looked around. The others in the shop had stopped. Frozen. Every single one of them was staring at her. She stood up, heart in her throat. The barista was still behind the counter, wiping a mug that didn't need wiping. She stepped toward him. "Please, what time is it?" He didn't look up. "You're not supposed to ask that," he whispered. "I need to know," she snapped. "What time is it?" The lights flickered. The jazz cut off mid-note. Outside the windows, the world didn't seem right anymore. The rain was falling up. Then a sound, a low metallic groan, rose from the floorboards. The wood beneath her feet rippled like water. The barista dropped the mug. It shattered but made no sound. The other patrons were gone. The walls stretched, warped. The windows darkened like a blink closing. Mara stumbled back, screamed, "What time is it?" And then the coffee shop was gone. Just gone. Where she was now wasn't even darkness. It was nothing. No floor, no air, no self. Just the echo of her own question folding in on itself endlessly. What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? A question without an answer.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and explore our Patreon for additional content. Even if you're not up for spending, there's still plenty of great stuff worth checking out. But for now, sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and enjoy this video.
In 2008, Newton was recruited by a mysterious organization. At first, he assumed they were affiliated with the government, but there were no badges, no official insignias, nothing familiar. The room they brought him to resembled a dojo, yet something about it felt off. Everyone there wore sleek black suits, including Newton, who was handed one without explanation. The air itself seemed different, denser, charged with energy. Gravity felt lighter, or maybe he was just stronger. He had never felt so alive, Whatever this place was, it was extraordinary. Then a woman entered and began training him in hand-to-hand combat. To his surprise, the movements came effortlessly. It was as though he had always known how to fight. It felt exhilarating. But something was strange. Everyone in the room had glowing blue eyes, even Newton. Soon after, he received his first assignment. A team was assembled, and as they prepared to leave, one of the agents raised an arm and opened a glowing white portal, seamlessly, as if by magic. Newton was stunned. Without a word, he stepped through. On the other side was a strange world, unlike anything he had seen, like a parallel universe. One of the agents turned to him and explained, "Each of these worlds is created specifically for someone to experience. If they try to leave, through a door or a portal, they'll simply transition into another one." "And if they keep doing that?" Newton asked. "We usually don't care," the agent replied, "or we might erase them from existence." Newton noticed the world was encased in a dome. He wondered how he hadn't seen it at first. It looked real, felt real, but it wasn't. The person living in that world would never know. It was designed that way. A perfect illusion. He watched the simulation unfold like a film, then began altering it, subtly at first, then with greater control. He could change anything: landscapes, people, time itself. Like a god, he shaped the reality to his will. He didn't know if it was advanced technology or something else entirely that gave him this power. Eventually, the mission ended. They exited the simulated world. And the moment they returned, Newton collapsed into unconsciousness. By the time Newton awoke, years had slipped away. He found himself in a strange, decaying place, its walls cracked, its halls echoing with silence. The air felt heavy, as though the building itself mourned something lost. As he wandered through the ruins, he came upon a shattered window. Beyond it, there was nothing, only a vast, consuming void. The worlds that once thrived were gone, erased as if they had never been. The few that still clung to existence were unraveling, devoured by the creeping darkness. It spread like a plague, dismantling everything they had built. And now, only they remained, the last hope to restore what had been lost. Luckily for him, it wasn't real, just a dream. And deep down, Newton was aware of it, even if part of him wasn't so sure. In ancient cultures, dreams were often seen as powerful messages from supernatural forces. The Egyptians believed they were communications from the gods or the dead and recorded them in dream books for interpretation. In Mesopotamia, dreams were viewed as divine signs, especially important for rulers seeking guidance. The Greeks and Romans also took dreams seriously. Some saw them as prophetic, while others, like Aristotle, sought more rational explanations. Across these civilizations, dreams held spiritual, political, and personal significance. They shaped decisions and reflected deep cultural beliefs about the unseen world.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and explore our Patreon for additional content. And remember, the journey doesn't end here. It's just the beginning.